I'll tell my mom's already gonna be here.
Herbs on the beat.
Hero with 8 seconds left for three. Yes!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Heat is On, episode number 20 of this beautiful podcast. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, because today, your Miami Heat showed up and showed out against the Chicago Bulls and have now cemented themselves in the first round of the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. Ladies and gentlemen, I told JG Noise two things before this game. I told him that this had the potential to be a blowout. And the second thing I told him was that Kobe White was not going to score more than 9 points. Now, the second one didn't happen, but Kobe White was held to 13 points and blocked 2 times in the same 3-minute sequence by the Miami Heat, and then blocked again. Your Miami Heat's defense was absolutely immaculate, as well as their offense, as we outscored them immaculately and destroyed them this game. It was an amazing blowout victory, and we just dominated throughout the entire game. They had one lead in the first quarter and never had another. The closest they got was in 7
You know what I
points,
realized?
and we thought.
You didn't say I'm Juicy J and I'm here with JG Noise.
Well, I'm Juicy J, and I'm here with my buddy, my pal, my co-host, my absolute brother from another mother and brother for life, JG Noise.
Okay.
JG Noise,
Now
what do you have to say about this incredible victory over this incredibly bad team?
You know, Juicy J. Boy, was it a roller coaster. What a roller
I don't know if it was
coaster.
a roller coaster, but it was like a roller coaster that only went up.
I mean, from being up 20 to being up 7, then going back up by 26. Everything is shining right now. The gates of the NBA gods have been opened just slightly. But
Hopefully they don't get shot by a sudden injury.
nah. See, Juicy J, because we have a secret weapon. A secret weapon that we didn't need to use tonight. And it just shows
I know.
just shows how powerful this team is. How incredible this team is. That weapon is Terry Rozier.
That wasn't even our final form. Did I sound tough?
Bro's in an edit. But basically, you have Jaime Jaquez Jr., who's a rookie. A rookie, by the way. I have to say, Jaime Jaquez Jr. ignited the 20-point lead in the first quarter. I have to say it.
It wasn't just scoring in the blowout version of the game. He was scoring in the great like clutch moments for us at one point. And also, you could talk about Hyman in the bulk, but I just want to talk about Tyler Hero because he was getting all the hate from everybody this about that last game and how he went 9 for 27. People making memes about him and stuff like that. Well, guess what? Tyler Hero came back and played a generational game, beating the haters in an elimination game. 24 points for the Mamba up there. We'll see you soon, buddy. 10 rebounds and 9 assists. Borderline triple-double out here. The second time he's almost would have been his second triple-double. But Tyler Hero had an amazing game compared to what he had before. Amazingly efficient and amazingly enhanced in his level of play. And I just want to exemplify the fact that listen, the level of play that he's showing us from last year to this year, it's completely different. And not that he was not good last year, but it's just improved so much Like, it's crazy how much this guy has gotten better. And you just notice it from seeing how much more he does for us in a game. I never saw Tyler Hero on triple double watch last year, but now, I mean, I see him most of the time. He got rebounds, he made assists. He had 9 assists for like early in the third. Tyler Hero, incredible player. He showed up and showed out for this game. And it made Bam not even have to do that much. When Bam was hitting shots, it's not that he wasn't. He just wasn't being that offensive and or aggressive. But yeah, great game for Bam and Tyler. Tyler Hero, looking for more great games from him alongside Terry Rozier. Hopefully he could come back soon. But we did have Duncan Robinson come back and have a solid game. He didn't really take that many shots, but the ones that he took, he did what he could and he made some nice shots. So kudos to Duncan Robinson and thank you for actually hitting.
A big guy also today, whether you believe it or not, is Caleb Martin. Um, I I really think his energy is just phenomenal in the
Oh, that's the
playoffs.
guy I was gonna say.
I know because people focus on like stats. It's about energy when it comes to playoffs. Pure energy. And in a situation like this, when it's win or go home, Caleb Martin has always provided the energy. Many examples of that was the time in game 3 against Milwaukee. He hit that 3 in Giannis's face. Boom. Game 7. Game 7 in Eastern Conference, Caleb Martin. Boom. Now we're seeing that here. Phenomenal energy. And it's just once notice how when Caleb was on the court, the energy was unstoppable. Like it was block after block, three after three, a behind the back pass from Tyler Hero. I mean, it's something you have to be aware of, something you have to be thankful of. Because and I'm not saying he's like, oh, without Caleb Martin we lose this game. No. But when it comes to playoff series, especially one like Boston, where all odds are against you, all odds. Like this isn't Milwaukee last year. This is a team that we're 0-3-2 in the season. They've they've they haven't even lost 20 games. This is a team that's a favor to win the championship. So when all those odds are against you, it's not it is about the stats. It's about the players that show up, but it's also about the players that give energy and the good type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and another player that gives some great type of energy whenever he comes on the court is a guy that I love, you love, and we all love, Kevin Love. Kevin Love put up
Ha
16
ha
boards and
ha ha ha.
you're not Kawhi. 16 points, 7 boards, and 1 assist. But like you said, it's not all about the stats, but he has the stats and the energy. Kevin Love just brings it whenever he's on the floor, hits a shot, gives you that handout looking like Jordan, and he's just talking to guys all the time, letting them know where to be. And whenever he's on there, you just see him hustling on defense, smacking guys around, like getting assists and just being an amazing player, a backup to Bam that whenever you see him on the court, you're like, oh, we're definitely going to get cooked now that Bam's off. But it's the opposite. We start playing amazing, just like when Bam was on. I mean, he draws fouls, he gets in there, spin moves, hooks it up, and he'll get it in there sometimes. And an unsung hero for this team lately has been DeLon Wright.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah.
didn't have that much of a great game, but his defense spoke louder than the amount of points that he had, which is the story that one of our other players had, Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith for a while was just on for pure defense, but I think DeLon Wright already has a one up on Haywood Highsmith in that he plays just as good as defense, and in my opinion, is an even better shooter than Haywood Highsmith already. So not trying
Um
to pit them against each other, but I'm just saying that DeLon Wright is an amazing piece for us, and he's going to prove to be very useful in the playoffs against Boston.
yeah, 100% agree. And You know what's crazy is that
You
off
ugly as hell.
off the bench, DeLon Wright, Haywood Highsmith, and yeah, whatever. Off the bench, DeLon Wright and Haywood Highsmith combined for 4 steals and 2
Damn.
blocks. You know,
Damn.
and
That's that
and
defensive duo, though.
from Kevin Love you get 7 rebounds, and from Duncan Robinson you get 3. You're getting 15 rebounds off the bench. Another
Wow.
interesting stat is Hero had 10 rebounds, Bam had 4. I just felt like saying that because I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty
Um,
funny.
a game where we don't need all this stats. A game where we thrived on energy. Whoever needed to show up, and that's the Heat, man. Now, we'd love to keep talking about these high feelings, but we got some sleeping to do, Juicy J.
Yep, we got some
We
sleeping
need
and
to
juice.
rest for round 1, game 1, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay, 1 p.m. I like that. Here in the
Against
East, I like that. We're both East Coast. It's time to rock their crap up. I'm telling you right now, no prisoners this game. We're crashing out. I don't care if we don't have Jimmy. I don't care if we win the whole championship without Jimmy. We are beating Boston. I do not care. You could go back to this clip and everything. Game 1, we gotta come out stunting on them. I don't care if we lost. Oh, but you lost every game in the regular season. This team is different than what we were in the regular season. We blew out the Chicago Bulls. Not like last year where we were down by 10 in the fourth quarter and we had to come back. That's not the story. We're going to come out guns blazing with Terry Rozier leading our offense. Terry Rozier is going to come back. It's going to be his revenge game against Boston. And listen, you know we own Boston. You know Boston's scared to play us. Why wouldn't they be? They lose to us all the time. Every single playoffs except for 2022, which we had them. Off 1-3, we would have had them. But listen, I don't care if we don't have Jimmy.
that doesn't matter.
This is going to be the year where we will show that we do not need Jimmy as much as they say we do. Which I don't like to say that because I do think we need Jimmy. But I'm torn here.
I mean, look,
The one thing I want to do is win. So let's do that.
Statistically, the Heat are 13-9 without Jimmy this season. No, I said that wrong. The Heat are 13-7 without Jimmy this season. And we average the same points per game. You know, same.
But you can't take that
same
like that's a
defensive.
regular
Exactly,
season.
exactly my point. That's exactly my point. And what that means, though, is that these guys, yes, it's the regular season, but think about it this way: we could say the same thing for Boston. Okay, Boston didn't lose these much games in the regular season, but now this is playoffs. We treat it as 0-0.
I like that.
So, sure, Boston dominated the regular season. They can choke the playoffs. So, it's not about what happened in the regular season. That was the point I was going to go to. It's about what you do now. We're starting on a fresh slate. Nobody's... Okay, the 1 seed means you did good in the regular season. That's what the Bucks did last year. They did good in the regular season, then got a gentleman swept by the 8th seed, so-called 1% chance to win, Miami Heat. So, it doesn't matter. 0-0. What?
What a great point you made, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this is my definition of crashing out. But we have
Fair.
a clean slate, 0-0. I don't care the past mentality, everything that we were complaining about. Oh my God, we have to face Boston. That doesn't matter. That all went through the window. We start Sunday like if this is the first game of the regular season and nothing happened. We go in. This is not a team you should be afraid of. There is no team you should be afraid of because you know what you're capable of doing. When it's 0-0, you're not at a disadvantage. You're equal. It's time for you to push it. For you to start off strong and end even stronger. And that's my
Amen.
point.
Amen. I think that's a great time to end off. We talked a lot about this game. We talked a lot about what's coming up for us, which is the Boston Celtics. And we talked about how we're not scared. We're going to step up to that challenge, step up to that plate, and defeat the Boston Celtics and go over the hump and win the championship. Well, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to end this off with 3 beautiful words that will be recited throughout the entirety of June and May, because we're going to the finals. And those words are go Heat.
Go Heat. We will see y'all at Sunday.
Thank you for watching. See you guys in episode 29.